right next to our next game, so no wait, no delay, no nothing.
Yeah, and let's get some hype going here for our declared underdog being up 1-0 against minus trutacz. That is ALC Koget in the white trunks here. It's a Terran player. Map is Neo Jade, I think. And on the other end, on the teal trunks, it's minus trutacz. As is Zerk player, our 8th-time TLC's champion here. Being down one game, but it's not the end of the world. It's a best of 5, so plenty of time to come back, but he's certainly feeling the pressure here.
I would say that Neo Jade is actually going to play to that strength because of the map, not only the layout but also the fact that the distances are even cross position. This is pretty good for him, but in a way, I mean, I've seen Koget so many times play in a style that I would think, like for example when he went that SK style, I'd never expect him to do that well with that style. So he can still surprise me quite a lot, I assume.
Yeah, that SK Terror in display was pretty impressive. I mean, you gotta be relative, right? Yet like 1k6, 1.6k floating at a time, but still, I think it was pretty good.
I will say from personal experience, when I used to play, like really try to train to become a better player, I would try practice different maps that were for multitasking, things like these. Even when I was pretty much at my top level and I had really good like multitasking and APM, SK style was not just the fact that you need to be fast, but you can't make mistakes because you can't watch the army that you're moving and correct that mistake. You have to make the move and you have to go to do something else, and that move has to be right. If you make the wrong move, suddenly half of your bio is dead. So it's not only the speed, it's not only the multitasking, it's also to always make the right move, and that's almost impossible in a game like StarCraft where your opponent can actually change what's going on.
Yeah, you gotta babysit that army the whole time, and that's one of the I mean that's the most challenging thing. Period. When you play that kind of style. I mean, move your bio across the map. Oh, there's 3 lurkers. Get that. For instance, move your bio across the map. There's a swarm and some cracklings. Your bio is dead, so you can't really just look away, like you can for a short period of time in many other matchups.
Yeah.
When you play that heavy bio style, you can't. So, very interesting.
Yeah, and also we have to note that bio is like really efficient, but it's also very weak. They have really little HP, they die really fast. So it's not like, for example, Zealots, Dragoons, maybe Archons, you know, units that have a lot of life. So you can take 1 or 2 shots and still run away from that. Bio is not like that. One small mistake can cost you 30 Marines, so...
Yeah, so we see both players opening quite differently here. Very much expected. trutacz is going for a 3 hatch build here.
Yeah.
And Koget, he's got a wall off and is expanding behind that. So basically a 1 Rex expand this wall. I like that in this situation.
I wonder if Koget is gonna try to go mech. Because the wall suggests that it might be. It doesn't have to be, but it suggests a little bit that it might be. And also, since he sees that this is cross positions, Bio's very good at many things, but one of the main reasons why Bio is so good is because at any point you can move out and do some damage. But it's the distance also that kind of gives you that small window of opportunity to actually get just before the Sunkens are finished, or just before the Mutas hatch, something like that. At this distance, I don't know.
Yeah, Koget is doing a fine job here, keeping his SCV alive. Sees the lair timing, sees the 3rd base, sees the drone count. And I think you're right. I can see him going for a mech build, and he's indeed making a factory here now.
I mean, it could be a double starport first, then transition to mech. And the reason why I always think that that's very difficult for Zerg to defend is because you first don't know how many actually raids they're gonna do. And the second reason is because you can then really fast get some vessels. And if there is one thing that every Zerg hates, is vessels.
Yeah. But then again, you know, with that big of a map, thing to go for the double starboard race.
Yeah, I mean,
Trutacz, he's kind of expecting this.
yeah.
He has a sunken ready at his natural very early, and he's getting.
Lurkers actually.
Okay, he's looking lurkers now.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
so
interesting.
that's tricky.
I mean,
So he's not expecting factory play, I guess.
I don't know because yeah,
This wouldn't make sense there.
I mean they kind of can if you consider that scans are going to be quite delayed, right? I mean, well, not really. It doesn't seem like. I was expecting maybe. Oh, okay. So no, some barracks now. So maybe fast vessel into bio.
I don't know actually. It's gonna be a tricky one from koget. Something specific here.
I wouldn't like him to go drops, and the reason I wouldn't like him to do that is because trutacz is very good at kind of like really reacting fast. So if he goes for drop, no, a Valkyrie.
It's a bionic build. Interesting. So the purpose of the bionic build is to have to faster stabilize against the muta opening, like a 3-hatch muta opening, and then to have the ability to pressure across the map because the Valkyries, just give you coverage against the mutas. But then trutacz is going for lurkers, and that's gonna make koget rather unhappy, I think.
I do.
Dropship now.
I don't know. This is weird because we see already koget. He's scouted it. He's putting some bunkers in the front, so he definitely knows that as long as he has some fallback, he can definitely like stop this. And the lurkers, they're still far away. They still have to walk, so there's time for even a turret to get placed if koget wants to.
Yeah, and he already has the factory up, which is lucky for him, because he can start a tank. koget, he did cancel the Valkyrie and got a dropship here, so I expect he's gonna go for a drop soon. But first he has to defend the lurkers coming in.
Oh.
2 bunkers, which is fine. The third one even. You want to be really safe, Sims. You gotta intercept the lurkers on the map to delay them, like you delay Terran push in PvP. But now 3 bunkers are up.
Yeah, that's not breakable with just lurkerling because the main problem with that is that the bunkers even give you slightly higher range. So
yeah, it's breakable, but not with that amount of units. And I doubt that trutacz is gonna commit to more. I think he's back to droning now after containing. Yeah, he is. Already a 3rd base is up, getting more drones.
Well, trutacz I think has stepped up his game quite a lot. We see that he's scouting everywhere. He's now getting strong economy. So it does seem that now is actually because koget, although he's making like standard good build, we have to remember that he's actually not. He doesn't have any opportunity to push early on because of the contain.
koget is sending his drop out.
Yeah, I see it.
It's gonna be interesting. What I think is interesting here is koget can go for his build, the bionic build, because actually trutacz did open lurkers, but incidentally it was good, so he can get the dropship out and his tank is relatively fast. And let's see how the drop goes. He unloads now. There's nothing here actually, just some mutas that did spawn. He does a lot of damage here. There's 3 drones. Rest of them have to go. That's 7 mutas, I think, so it should be enough to clean it up. But he loses a muta here. Yeah, now the links come in, should be okay. But the dropship, can it escape? Does trutacz find it? He's looking for it with the mutas. He knows it's somewhere. Now he stops. The dropship turns around, it's hiding. Oh wow, nice. And he finds it! He finds it! trutacz finds it. That's a nice move. I mean, paying attention to the minimap and what? Yeah, thank you. Okay, I was worried there for a minute, praising trutacz and then his mutas stop. Okay, now that the dust settles, what's going on? trutacz still containing koget here with the lurkers, but 2 tanks are out in 1 vessel, so that contain is not gonna last for long. Now his hive is already done. Wow, it's fast actually.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if we consider that everything that was going down until this moment, trutacz managed to get a good economy. contain
Yeah.
early on, and at the same time,
Yeah.
he did take a little bit of damage from that drop, but it wasn't critical. So I think Koget is for a nasty surprise.
What confuses me is that he doesn't have a defiler mount yet. Actually.
He's going to go for the Guardians first. I think that's why he's saving the gas.
Yeah, the Guardians are fine and dandy, but you need the defiler mount in the end.
I know what you're. Okay, now the defiler amount is going down. I think that the reason was what Trutacz wants to do is just to slow down that natural. He's not expecting to actually kill that much with the Guardians, but because of that will force actually Koget to react to it. There is a chance that Trutacz will have even more time to get the defilers and perhaps even another base. So
yeah, and that's 3 vessels for Koget, so it's gonna deal with the Guardians relatively quickly, depending on the clump. One irradiate being used pushes the defilers back in, and that army is scary. That's really scary without defilers. They're not gonna be there in time.
but a good flank getting ready, and the Guardians are going to be attacking soon, so the vessels are going to be away.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice bit of multitasking for both players. So trutacz actually going in here. Oh, it's a cloud. Bit late siege. Yeah, he has it easy. Wow. Easy cleanup for trutacz. Some Marines survive, but not the end of the world, really. 2 Guardians coming in. 4 more morphing. Takes down the turret here. It's okay. Smart. Now the vessel should retreat. Get some irradiates off. Now the tank siege is in the middle of the map. Looks a bit forlorn to me, but it's okay for the moment. Vessel's still on the way back. Yes, some bio, but it's really not too easy to kill the Guardians when they're so close to the edge. Oh, he goes for the irradiator. Nice. Irradiate on one of the vessels. Do damage to the Guardians. Is that really more effective than just irradiating 2 Guardians?
Not if you can't catch them.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, and there's a scourges!
And they died to the irradiate.
Oh, because they stopped. Oh, but here's come some lurkers. 3 bunkers, but they're almost empty. Now some more units in the bunkers. Wow, but I think trutacz is gonna break it still. No, it's not. It's not. Hey,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's the power of the bunkers.
Yeah, but still.
Oh! Last shot actually kills.
The drones are not really helping in that fight.
Oh my god, this actually goes extremely poor in the end for Trutacz. He doesn't have any lurkers, I think.
Yeah, you lost too many lurkers. There's 2 in the front of the natural, but there's 2 more Guardians on
Ooh.
this push. A nice swarm here for trutacz. Saves the deal, I think.
And
Replay is ended.
I would say that I assume that this went to Trutacz.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like, you know, you have a 0% chance to win here for Koget, but it was good for trutacz.
Yeah, okay, so I would say that sometimes though you don't get to even see the GG if somebody leaves too early, if I remember correctly, so it can